All right, guys, it's been a long, long day. So before I jump into the more technical part of the presentation, let me just tell you a story. Have you guys heard of a story of a flea in a jar? Ah, then I'll tell you a second story. Have you guys heard of a story of how to catch a monkey? Hopefully you say no. All right, so I'm very certain in Malaysia, right, you've seen monkeys climbing up the coconut trees to pluck the coconuts. All right? And they are usually chained up. But have you ever wondered how they actually get the monkey in the first place? Now, this is how they catch the monkeys in the wild. First of all, they will find a tree and they'll drill a very small hole in the tree. And what they will do is they will place a bunch of candies into the hole, but leave one candy right outside the hole. And then the villagers will leave, will step back. They'll go back to the village and they'll wait. And most of the time, what happens is it will drive the curiosity of the monkeys. One of them will come down. They'll pick one of the candy from the hole, from in front of the hole. They'll pop it in and they realize it's sweet. So what they do is, when they peer into the hole, there's a bunch of candies inside. They put their hands in, they grab the candy, but when they try to pull it out, it's stuck. What they'll do is they'll start shouting. They'll start screaming. And this then will alert the villagers that, hey, a monkey fell into a trap. Now, as the villager walks towards the tree, the monkey can see that the villager is coming, but yet he refuses to let it go. And lo and behold, the villagers can then sit beside the monkey, chain him up, and yet the monkey is still grabbing onto the candy without letting it go. Ladies and gentlemen, all of us are the monkeys. I'm not calling you monkeys, but all of us are the monkeys. The candy inside is the expectation from your family, from yourself, when you first enter medical school, that I want to be a specialist. And you've reached inside and you've grabbed it. But the problem is, you're not letting it go. It's causing you so much harm, so much distress, and yet you're not letting it go. Ladies and gentlemen, here I'm going to teach you a couple of stuff whereby you can let it go. And welcome to the Diverse Summit by Medic Footprints. And Medic Footprints is a place to teach you, hey, if you let it go and you step back, there are other opportunities for you outside. You do not necessarily have to keep your hand in the tree trunk. So, how do I introduce myself? I give you the boring version is I've been doing aesthetic dermatology for the past 10 years, but I do not like to introduce myself like that. So what am I? I would say I like to introduce myself as a social media entrepreneur, right? Where I have 200,000 followers on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. And all of this is part and parcel of personal branding. Now, why is personal branding so important? Because it leads to opportunities. Opportunities that you never knew ever existed in the first place. Now, it doesn't matter if you are planning to enter the pharmaceutical industry. It doesn't matter if you want to volunteer. It doesn't matter you want to start up your own general practice. Personal branding is really important because it leads to opportunities. Now, this is not bragging. This is to tell you what opportunities will open up to me during the pandemic. When everyone was suffering, everyone was stuck at home, I was out starting businesses. Why? Because of opportunities. So, personal branding. Why personal branding? And more importantly, how do you actually do it? Now, I think earlier Dr. Lenzo did mention that you need to stand out from the crowd. Why? There's 100,000 doctors out there. You are one out of 100,000. You are not special. In the eyes of the public, you are just a doctor. But if you brand yourself properly, if I go outside and I tell people, hey, I'm Dr. Inky, a lot of people know who I am because there's only one Dr. Inky in the market. So you need to brand yourself such that when you tell people your name, aha, I know who you are. You need to stand out. Secondly, trust. Let me tell you a story. In my clinic, I will have patients coming in. And the moment they see me, they get excited. They say, "Hi, doctor. I've been watching you on social media for the past couple of years now. I feel like I know you, even though I've only met the person for the first time in my life." But the patients will say, "I felt I know you." And hence, trust has been built prior to even meeting for the first time. And when the trust is there, then it's much easier for us to have a conversation. It's easier for me to be the physician to treat them. They do not second doubt my treatments. Highly searchable. This is something that you might want to do later. Pick up your phone, Google your own name. All right? Most of you will not even appear in the first page of Google. However, if I put my name and I click, it's all my particular articles. If I put in skin doctor or dermatology Malaysia and I click, highly likely I'll appear on the first page. Highly searchable. Nowadays, patients, when they look for doctors, when they look for people to treat them, they actually Google. And you might think, hey, then that's a general practice. How about pharmaceutical? In pharmaceutical industry, they do not go to Google. They go to LinkedIn. They type in tick, 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 and they click enter, and your name should pop out as one of the top candidates that they intend to hire. So, if you brand yourself properly, you're actually highly searchable. And more importantly, it leads to opportunity. I've been given opportunities that I've never knew ever existed. I was given opportunities to speak to skincare companies. I was given opportunities to talk to Petronas. Now, this is a very good one. In 2015, all right, what I did was I set up my first LinkedIn account. I didn't know anything, all right? I just started putting stuff, I put skincare and stuff like that. Lo and behold, within a month, Petronas called me up, say, "Hi, I want you to deliver a talk, right, to roughly about 20,000 people, all right, of our employees all over Malaysia." And hence, they actually set up an entire itinerary for me to travel from north to the south of Malaysia. Now, all of this is only available or only possible because of personal branding, because I was highly searchable, and all this led to opportunity. And you do not know what opportunity stands in front of you. More importantly, when you start your journey of personal branding, then you realize there's a lot of other opportunities in the market. So, then next up is how. How do you actually start your personal brand? I have no idea what to do. First of all, ask yourself, what is your passion? What do you like to do? What do you like to speak on? Are you someone of service? Do you like to help people? Right? And that can be your personal brand. Like myself, I like skin, I like skincare. That is my personal brand. Maybe you yourself, you like financial. Trust me, there is a doctor on TikTok, very famous, giving financial advice. Right? If you like finance, you can do it. That is your passion. But remember one thing. Do not copy someone else's passion. Do not go and say, "Hey, this doctor is pretty rich. I'm going to copy him." But you have no passion in it. And eventually, you burn out. And I've seen plenty of doctors burn out by copying other people's passion. They had no passion in the first place. And at the end of the day, if you burn out within 1 or 2 years, you're back at step 1. So find out your passion. You might not be able to answer this question, what is your passion? You might not be able to answer it today. Hence, you need to self-reflect. Ask yourself from time and time again, what do I actually want to do with my life? And once you reach the aha moment, that's when you know you've found your passion. So, Steve Jobs once said, the only way to do great work is to love what you do. And if you haven't found it, keep looking, don't settle. A lot of us are settling. In my time, I've met plenty of general practitioners, GPs, who are unhappy with their life because what they did was they just settled. So before you take the first step to open your first private practice, ask yourself what you really want to do. Do you really want to be a GP for life? And if your answer is yes, and that is your passion. Next up, plan your developmental path. I think the speaker before me did say, before you embark on the first step, please slow down. Have a look. What is needed to do certain things. Example, I want to start a clinic, but I need to know where do I source for medications or what are the financial courses that I need to go for. And if I want to start a personal brand, how do I go about it? Do I just take out my phone, whip it out, and just do a TikTok? No, actually, there is a 5-point career development model. All right, I highly encourage you guys to take photos of this because this is really good. The first one is self-assessment. Ask yourself, what are you good at? What are you bad at? Now, there is a very good exercise that you can do, and I've done it once or twice. Tonight, all right, at midnight, I want you to call 3 of your closest friends, all right? And these are not just friends you hang out with. These are friends that will give their lives for you. Call your 3 of your closest friends at midnight. And you know why midnight? Because most of the time they're sleeping, so they're pretty pissed off that you call them. Call them at 3 at midnight tonight and ask them, what do you like about me? And what do you dislike about me? True friends will tell you what they like about you and point out your flaws. And if someone tells you you have no flaws, that is not your friend, hang up, call the next person. Then list out, what are you good at? What are you bad at? What you're good at, you play on it. What are you bad at? You need to improve on it. Example. You're a good doctor, but you're not a very good communicator. Right? You suck at sales. That's something you need to work on then. Or, example, I want to start a clinic or I want to start my practice, but I'm bad at marketing. I don't know how to set up a Facebook page. That's something that you need to work on. And after a self-assessment, then you write it down, then you need to make a personal commitment. Say, hey, these are the things that I'm not good at and I need to start being good at it. There's a lot of free tools in the market that you can do, right? More importantly, you can even go to YouTube, type in stuff, search it, and all the courses are there for free. Then you need to develop a roadmap and action plan. It means that from now until the end of the year, I want to achieve all this. Let me sign up for courses. Let me go for conferences. Let me do all this in order to improve myself. And then, very importantly, you need to take action. I've seen a lot of people plan everything, but had no action taken. Once you have planned everything, you need to be brave enough to come out of the comfort zone, let go of your fist in the tree, and start taking the first step. And after that, you're not done. From time and time again, you need to reflect whether you're doing the right job, whether you're still passionate about what you're doing. Because after a while, when the grind gets going, you might lose passion. And it's okay to lose passion. When you lose passion, you find out again what you like and what you don't like, and then start all over again. Right? Now, it's very important these days, you need to grow your social media footprint. Now, what does it mean? Long time ago, in order for someone to know who you are, you need to appear on television, radio, newspapers, magazines. Now, there is no need. Now, your handphone is your radio, television, newspaper, and it's your magazine. All eyes are on your phone. Hence, start using social media to start posting about what you like. And as doctors, you are of service, and the original definition of a doctor is to be a teacher. So start sharing, start educating. Where do you do it? Do you only do it on Instagram? Do you want to do it on TikTok? No. Do it all over. Because you do not know what you are good at, and neither do your audience knows. I actually know some doctors who are really horrible in front of the camera, hence they can't do videos. But they are good writers. And because of that, they start blogging, and then not only do they blog, they put the content on LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a very good social media for people that love to write. But if, like me, you suck at writing, then you do videos or you do photos. So there's a lot of things that you can do. You can even go start a podcast. All of these are ways that you can grow your social media footprint. But more importantly, it's the last one. You have to enjoy the process. Because this is a long journey. right? You might think that I just need to do this for 1 or 2 years and I'm set for life. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, learning is a lifelong thing. So you need to enjoy the grind. You need to enjoy the process of learning and relearning. And that's the same with personal branding. From time to time, your personal brand might change, right? It will change over time as you get older, as your audience gets older. And maybe you've tried it 1, 2 years, you realize it doesn't work for you, change it again, all right? But more importantly, you need to enjoy the process. So, do not be like the monkey. Learn to let go, learn to step back, and have a look at other opportunities outside. There are plenty of doctors and speakers here for you to talk to get inspired. But very importantly, you need to find what you like. Do not copy.
Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Crystal and I'm excited to announce an upcoming workshop organized by Medic Footprints Malaysia, which is called Switching Careers for Doctors. How do I know what's right for me? This workshop will be held on the 14th of January 2023 in Klang Valley, where I will be speaking alongside well-known speaker and trainer Capt Ariva. In this workshop, you will learn about how to understand yourselves better and in turn gain more clarity in finding a career that is right for you, that is aligned with who you are. Here, you will also learn about how to shift into your ideal self and create your desired reality. You will learn about becoming more aware of your fears, doubts, limiting beliefs, and how to overcome them. And lastly, you will learn about goal-setting techniques in order to reach your goals. Who is this workshop for? This workshop is especially for doctors who want to discover their unique self, so that they can find a career and ultimately live a life that is aligned with who they truly are. So if you're a doctor and you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed in your current career, and you want to venture out into something that is more fulfilling and meaningful, but you don't know what to do, then this workshop is for you. Tickets are now up for grabs, so hurry up and purchase your tickets now because seats are very limited. I'm excited to have you on the workshop and I will see you then.